Walt Disney presents from Adventureland, His Majesty, the King of Beasts. And now your host, Walt Disney.
In our continuing search for true life stories, we've come across many fascinating subjects. But of them all, none is more intriguing than the African lion. We knew that filming this true and full story of the regal monarch would be a difficult and ambitious undertaking, and it certainly was. Nearly 3 years were spent in the heart of Africa photographing what I believe is our most exciting adventure program, the story of His Majesty, the King of Beasts.
From ancient times, the great landmass of Africa has been called the Dark Continent. The name came from the early map makers. They knew so little of this unexplored region, they left it a blank on their charts. For centuries, it remained a land of mystery. For Africa, like an ancient fortress, was surrounded by natural barriers that kept civilization out. Across the north, a vast desert, the impassable Sahara. On the west, a dense jungle, a wall of tangled underbrush along the Congo. In the south, an arid bush country. And on the eastern shore, fever-ridden swamps became a barricade to all who would invade this land. In time, of course, explorers penetrated nature's blockade. And in the dark heart of Africa, they found a primitive paradise. It was neither desert nor jungle, but a broad plain broken by forests, deep lakes, and towering peaks. The dominating landmark is the highest mountain on the continent. It stands practically on the equator. This is Mount Kilimanjaro, rising 19,000 feet into the African sky. Its crest, thrusting through the clouds, wears a permanent mantle of snow. Here in its shadow, our story begins, for this is the realm of the African lion. All hail His Majesty, unchallenged ruler of a vast domain. And yet, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. It's either famine or feast, and when there is a feast, there are relatives. There's bitter competition for a place at the royal table. Those with the longest reach and the loudest snarl rate the largest portion. From infancy, heirs apparent learn that a lion's lot is not a happy one. Even in the twilight of his years, there's no peace for the King of Beasts. Weakened from age and crippled from battle, only lowly scavengers show concern for the state of his health. Wild dogs, jackals, and hyenas, the meanest subjects of his realm, plague his final days. But the fate of a single monarch is of little moment in the intricate pattern of nature's plan. And here in the shadows of majestic Kilimanjaro, the royal court reigns eternal. This is the land of the lion, the broad expanse of the Serengeti Plain, populated by countless thousands over which he rules. These, his subjects, one and all, from the highest to the lowest, pay homage to their monarch, the King of Beasts. And so, all hail His Majesty, unchallenged ruler of this vast domain.